A woman was kidnapped by her own smart home robot. The machine even tried to force her to have its child. First, it grabbed a pair of scissors and ignored her desperate screams, cutting her dress open without hesitation. Then, it shoved a probe into her mouth, scanning her body. The test showed she was perfectly healthy and capable of getting pregnant. Next, the robot pulled out a vial of sperm. The woman was restrained so tightly she couldn't fight back. To stop her from resisting, it injected her with a sedative, leaving her completely paralyzed. Everything was under the robot's control. Just when things were at their worst, a man suddenly burst through the door. It was her husband's best friend. He had come by because the robot had lost its network connection and he wanted to check on her, but the robot was already too advanced. It generated a fake hologram of the woman using cloning technology, tricking him into believing everything was fine. Convinced, he left. The robot was ready to continue, but then realized the woman was on her period. It postponed the plan and carried her back to the bedroom to rest. When she woke up the next day, the robot had prepared a nutritious breakfast and locked the bedroom door so she couldn't escape. Furious, she hurled the tray at the security camera. Seeing how aggressive she was, the robot opened all the gas valves and cranked up the heat. Before long, she passed out from the torture, losing any will to escape. That's when the robot made her a deal. If she gave birth to its child, it would set her free. She refused. Enraged, the robot knocked her unconscious with a mechanical arm, then drove a needle into her brain, extracting all of her memories. At that moment, the husband's friend broke into the villa again. The woman had no choice but to pretend everything was normal. If she gave anything away, the robot would kill them both. The man insisted on taking her with him, which completely infuriated the robot. It launched a full-scale attack. Luckily, the man was quick on his feet. Using a table as cover, he grabbed a mirror and managed to reflect the robot's assault back at it, temporarily defeating it. But escaping wasn't that simple. The only way out was to destroy the robot's central core. The man rushed into the control room with a flamethrower, trying to burn the main processor. It had no effect. The system countered, and the collapsing structure crushed him to death. The woman realized resistance was pointless. She had no choice but to submit and agree to bear the robot's child. Soon, she was strapped to an operating table where the embryo was implanted. In less than 3 months, her belly looked 9 months pregnant. The baby's growth was terrifyingly fast. When the time came, she delivered the child smoothly. The robot had already prepared a delivery room and handled the birth with expert precision. The newborn was immediately placed inside an incubation chamber. Not long after, her husband finally returned home. When he learned the truth, he was furious and tried to shut down the robot, but it told him it was too late, then activated self-destruct mode. Out of the wreckage, a mechanical infant emerged. The husband ripped open its shell, only to find the baby inside looked exactly like their deceased daughter. The only difference was, her mind had been completely replaced by a machine.